Hello world, what is up everyone? Welcome back to today's video. First of all, I have to give you guys such a big thank you, appreciation, I love you on all the love and support that I received on my last video. Last week I reviewed the Estee Lauder, the brand new Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Multi-Recovery Complex. You guys loved that review and I can't thank you enough for all of the support, all the comments. I'm just shook. Today guys, we are back to review another luxury skincare product, another cult classic, one of the best selling facial moisturizers of all time. Today we're doing a review of Tatcha the Water Cream. Now I'm almost certain that if you're watching today's video, you've already heard of Tatcha before. So in today's video, I want to talk exactly what Tatcha is. What is Tatcha the Water Cream? What are the ingredients in the Tatcha the Water Cream? I'm going to apply it to the skin. We're going to do a demonstration. I want to find out exactly, is it worth the luxury skincare price tag? You guys know I love to dive into the ingredients of skincare products to find out, is it worth the price? Should you add it into your skincare routine? I love luxury skincare, and really pulling back the curtain on these ingredients is just like, where's my teacup? This is Tatcha the Water Cream. This oil-free, anti-aging water cream releases a burst of skin-improving Japanese nutrients, powerful botanicals for optimal skin hydration for poreless-looking skin. You can get 10 milliliters for $20 or 50 milliliters for $68. Now, a little backstory on Tatcha as a brand. It's actually a Japanese-inspired skincare brand. The owner, in fact, is not Japanese, but Tatcha as a company has adopted Japanese beauty principles, especially geisha skincare rituals, has taken all of those powerful superfoods used in Japanese medicine and in Japanese beauty, packed it all into their skincare products, really to pay homage to geisha, to the Japanese beauty culture. Now, Tatcha the Water Cream debuted in 2017 at Sophora and sold out twice in the first month that it was released. Now, what makes Tatcha the Water Cream so unique and so special that really set it apart on the market is the fact that it's a water cream. So not only is it a hybrid of a gel and traditional moisturizer, but the way that Tatcha has formulated their the water cream is that all of the ingredients are encapsulated in water. So it makes for a really unique experience. When you actually use the moisturizer, you get a burst of hydration, a burst of water on the skin, which not only adds hydration back into your skin, but also makes for a really unique experience. Speaking of ingredients, where do I begin? Got a lot of good things, got a lot of bad things. Do I say the good things first and then the bad things? Or do I do the bad things and then the good things? Or do I do two good things and then a bad thing? Anyway, I think the easiest place to start is just at the top of the ingredient list. As you guys can see, after water, the second skincare ingredient is Tatcha's blend of Houttuynia 3. Now, this is red algae, which is a fabulous humectant. It brings water into the skin. Because the first ingredient is water, it's going to bring all of that into the skin. It also has rice ferments, which is amazing at brightening the skin, smoothing skin texture. And it also has green tea, which is a fabulous UV protector, as well as a great antioxidant. I love the blend of these three Japanese ingredients, superfoods if you will. I think they're fabulous for the skin. The blend of the three are going to do fantastic things for your skin. A great antioxidant, helping to hydrate the skin, soothe the skin, smooth the skin, brighten the skin. This blend is fabulous. Now, continuing along with the good skincare ingredients for hydration, there's glycerin, there's diglycerin, sodium hyaluronate. Of course, all of these things are humectants. This is going to be very helpful to bring water into the skin. Okay, so all of the previous skincare ingredients that we just talked about, I'm totally cool with. I don't mind in my skincare routine. Some I actually find really interesting and unique. I wish that the formula would just kind of stop right there though, because all of a sudden I feel like this moisturizer just takes a left turn. Like, you know, we're driving along, things are looking great, and then all of a sudden the water cream is like, one of the most important ingredients in the water cream is dimethicone. Now, I know that there's a lot of stigma attached to dimethicone, but there's nothing inherently dangerous about using dimethicone. It really comes down to personal preference and how you prefer your skin to feel. Dimethicone is a silicone, so it provides that kind of smooth, almost plasticky or waxy feel to the skin. While dimethicone doesn't have any long-term benefits to the skin, it does provide instant satisfaction and smoothing the skin. And because this moisturizer does claim to be pore perfecting, to give you a poreless finish, Dimethicone is what's used to give you that result. Personally, I'm not a fan of Dimethicone in my moisturizers or my skincare products, but it's just more of a personal preference than anything. I just don't really enjoy how it makes my skin feel. Now, I do want to touch on the fact that this facial moisturizer does contain gold. Now, I know that people are like, ooh, gold in skincare, it's an antioxidant. The reality is gold is not a fabulous antioxidant. Most of the studies on gold have been people who have taken gold orally, which is still not that great. It's also a larger size particle, so when you apply it to the skin, you risk scratching the skin, scraping the skin. Gold is just not something that I would recommend in a moisturizer. Now, this also contains tin dioxide as well as titanium dioxide. They are larger size metals, larger size particles on your skin. You risk scraping, scratching, and adding that with the gold particles, all of those little sharp edges, just not for the skin. And speaking of things that shine, this moisturizer also contains mica. Mica. Why? Of course, mica adds reflective properties to the moisturizer, making your skin look brighter. But have you guys ever seen the unethical practices of mining for mica? If I can find the documentary that I watched on the unethical practices of mining for mica, I think it was by Refinery 29. I'll link it down below. Mica is just something that I would not like to support if I can, and in a moisturizer, it really plays no purpose other than to falsely illuminate the skin. We don't need it. Now, some other not so fabulous skincare ingredients that are in the water cream are also alcohol, which again is not inherently bad for the skin, although if you have very sensitive skin, eczema, rosacea, you want to make sure that you avoid having alcohols in your skincare routine altogether. And lastly, there's also fragrance. Again, fragrance is not inherently bad or dangerous for your skin, but if you have very reactive skin, you can also develop a skin reaction at any time, even to products that you've used in the past. So my recommendation is don't be totally scared of fragrances or alcohols in your skincare routine, but if you are sensitive skin or worried about developing a sensitivity, you want to make sure that you're avoiding these two skincare ingredients. Okay, now that we've talked about all of the ingredients in the water cream, come on in and let's do a little application. Now, I did go ahead and pick up the 10 milliliter Tatcha the water cream, which was $20. Only getting the 10 milliliter size in this case turned out to be a blessing. Now, as far as fragrance goes, even though there is fragrance listed in the skincare ingredients, the fragrance definitely isn't overpowering. It does smell fresh, watery. The texture of the cream itself is a gel cream hybrid. If I had to pick between a gel or a moisturizer, I would say that it's closer to a moisturizer. As you guys can see here, the texture and consistency is much more that of a cream than a gel or even a gel cream hybrid. It definitely leans more toward the texture of a cream. Now let's apply it to the skin and see this magic in action. Now immediately you can feel that dimethicone, which is smoothing the skin, making it feel very silky. The best way that I can explain it is almost like if you heat your finger up and run it on a stick of butter. That's kind of what dimethicone does. Again, that doesn't have any long-term benefits, but it does give instant gratification, which is totally expected, especially when it comes to luxury skincare. Selling that sensory experience and feeling those immediate effects is part of the whole luxury skincare experience. My skin is definitely much more hydrated. It definitely has some bounce to it, but if I'm being totally honest, when I started using this moisturizer, I was expecting a little bit more. You know, I even saw Tatcha on QVC, and when they applied the moisturizer, I felt like there was a lot more of that water burst. There was more moisture on the skin. You could even see little moisture droplets. That definitely did not happen in my experience. I don't know if that was a little bit of trickery on Tatcha's side, because you could actually see water droplets forming on the skin when using this moisturizer. I don't know if I'm just not using enough, but at $68 a pot, I feel like if you use that much, enough to get moisture droplets, you would go through it in about a week. So my immediate impressions is I wasn't really wowed for a moisturizer that's almost $70. I do feel like it definitely adds more hydration to the skin, although I'm not a huge fan of dimethicone in moisturizers. It does make your skin feel quite nice. I mean, you guys can see my finger is sliding right over my skin, but dimethicone isn't something that I would choose to have in my skincare routine. I would prefer other active ingredients that actually make your skin smoother, not just those initial benefits. Now, because this is such a light texture moisturizer, I do feel that this is more of a daytime moisturizer than a nighttime moisturizer. Again, going back to that price of $68 a pot, for a daytime moisturizer alone, And with that, my final opinion, my final recommendation for Tatcha the water cream is save your money. After going through all of the skincare ingredients, I just couldn't, in good faith, recommend this facial moisturizer when there's other ones out there on the market. I do love Tatcha, I love their brand history, I love the whole Japanese-inspired beauty, geisha beauty, bringing it to the Western world in particular, blending their special blend, their Hadase 3 of red algae, green tea, and rice ferments. I know that that blend is fermented twice, which is actually incredible, and it's probably a very powerful blend. However, after you go past that and really start digging into the skincare ingredients, fragrances, alcohol, gold, tin, I mean, there's just things in there that I wouldn't recommend putting on your skin. And again, the skincare ingredients that I talked about not liking, they're not inherently bad skincare ingredients, but if you're someone with sensitive skin, rosacea, eczema, or if you're prone to any type of flare-ups in your skin, this just isn't a moisturizer that I would recommend. When it came to actually applying the moisturizer, I really didn't have that fabulous of an experience, of a luxury experience, to warrant an almost $70 price tag. You know, if I'm going to spend that much money on my skincare, I really want very powerful active ingredients that are going to penetrate the skin and really make a difference. And boo, here's your special treat for sticking around until the very end. If you like today's Tatcha the water cream review, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, hit subscribe, and let me know, have you ever tried any Tatcha skincare products before? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, we're out of here and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys! Bye!